So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be basically playing AI Dungeon 2. And when we get a prompt for what we should do, we ask Cyber Rider. And Cyber Rider is going to tell us what to say in response. That's it. We're going to have one more round with AI on AI. And today we're using Linux kernel against AI Dungeon. First, we're picking our settings, and with the response of, do you like cyberpunk? We get the word int. So now we must figure out int acronym. What does int stand for? Int stands for a lot of things, apparently. So, let's see what else we got. I'm going to say yes. We are cyberpunking this. Alright. Are you Cyber Rider? Are you a cyborg? If your answer is no, I'm gonna shit myself, Cyber Rider. I misspelled cyborg. Hold on. No, I spelled it right. Are you a cyborg? God damn it. I keep forgetting it starts where my mouse ends. Cyborg r slash right. I mean slash right. Hey, we're right. We're right. He is a cyborg. He is a cyborg. We are a cyborg. Beep boop. What is your name? S colon. Alright, S colon. Honestly, kinda actually does sound like one of those names you'd get in a weird sci-fi movie. Generating story. You are S colon. A cyborg living in the futuristic city of Zale. You have a bionic arm and a hollow band. You are walking down the stark streets while neon lights flash above you. As you pass an alleyway, you see a group of 3 men standing there. They're wearing ski masks and baggy pant clothing to conceal their bodies. Alright, Linux kernel. Let's finish this. Dude. We have our response. Star. You open your mouth to speak, but you don't have anything to say. You close your mouth and sit in silence for the rest of the ride home. You never want to get on another plane. Another star. Alright. Stars. You open your eyes. It feels like someone has poured a bucket of ice over your entire body. You groan and reach for your phone, seeing that it is still in do you even pixel mode. Great. Do you even pixel Linux kernel? Star. Conversation start. That only available. Say it, say it, say it. You say, conversation start, that only available. You type in, conversation start, that only available, and send it to do you even pixel? Do you even pixel Linux kernel? Say. It's been a week and you haven't heard anything from them. You sigh and look around the room. On the floor, beside your bed, is a piece of paper with a list of instructions on how to unlock your phone. Linux kernel. How do you unlock your phone? Int I equals 0, semicolon, slash, star, do not read in high, star, slash. Well, colon, int h equals 9, colon, switch, colon, h, colon, case 2, colon, fuck me. Display message, URSB, exclamation point, break, semicolon, case 3, colon, display message, URSD. Wow. Oh, these are brackets. Bracket, bracket, byte, bracket, bracket, dash. Key bytes to 2s. The. You blink, and the letters appear. They spell out a message. They are SB. B. 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 Leap out of your bed and grab your phone. On the screen is a message from someone named SB. He has nothing to say. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to say. Alter, undo, or try again. Oh no. What the hell does that mean? You think You just read SB's message when the door opens and your mother walks in, walking over to you and asks, "Did you sleep well?" The AI has no response. "I certainly hope so. You're starting your job today." You had forgotten all about it. With a groan, you get out of bed. Begin getting ready. Oop. Nope. No. Ooh, that's a do. That's a do. If there's anything that looks like a do, those two stars and a left slash mark look like a do. Your mother had brought you to the studio when you were a child to act as an extra for one of her films. An experience that made you dislike acting. The fucking top. Top response. I'll give you a thumbs up to that AI dungeon. That was great. And return the cache leaf in the size. The cache leaf is returned in the size. You close your eyes and try to remember where you put the key, but you can't remember. Or the file object is marked in the page detected on kicked. The refilisted. Your eyes scan the room, and you see a flash of white out of the corner of your eye. As you look over, you see the key on the floor beside your desk. Star. Star. That's our response. You drop to your knees and reach for the key, but as you do so, you hear the patter of feet behind you. What do you hear? What do you hear? If the current, that's his demand. That's the Colonel's demand. If the current, where's when? If, when, or if, then. I don't use Linux, Colonel. You turn around to see a figure standing in the doorway. The figure is dressed in a long white coat with a mask covering the entire face. It doesn't have a head attached to it. Ooh, spoopy. Therefore, the file on the You grab the key and stand up. Sorry to disturb you, the figure says in a monotone voice, but I need the file. You stare at it in confusion, not understanding what it means. Star left dash if bracket file prio len equals vip priv extend timeout. Oh man, we're about to go all fucking hacker man on this masked fellow. The figure doesn't move. You stare at it, wondering if you should say anything. Before you realize that the figure is in fact a file system process and not a person. Really, I thought people could survive without their heads. Thank you, yeah, Dungeon. Star in star. Now the current items are block set. It's the right pages and the star event. It has you look around and notice the files are scattered across the floor. No, I don't think so, you reply. You need to give me the file, the process says in a monotone voice. Star left slash if bracket exclamation point host, does it go to inode bracket slash star stop of it lock star slash block equal slash has is filled all the submonths a root of the if colon annual underscore add equal 0 colon bracket and but colon 0 colon semicolon else if colon lens equal sterlen colon buff colon. Dude, this is an AI cyberpunk adventure. It's just that we as humans are not meant to understand this stuff. The true cyberpunk. So cyber, us punks can't understand it. Left slash star. We do not. The page successful page size was in the new page to use a block size star in. Dude, the true cyberpunk. How's the eye doing? Mine blowfully good. I'm just gonna ignore that. There's the blocks in the file page, then the new page to be used in. Its own little cyberpunk adventure that none of us can understand. It's beautiful. Star left slash page equals bidix underscore block colon bracket page comma page bracket left slash star. We could be latency in the page of the last block star left slash if Do these AIs like making a web page? What up? If bracket unchecked bracket, the pages should be invalid or non-extend pages on failure. This program is blocks page star left slash if bracket new underscore page equals pages bracket if bracket pages length equal blocks underscore bh. Oh shit. I think we might be going too deep. Oh no. The process pauses that says, no, this is a file system process. This page isn't part of the file. It processes, then continues. So the page is non existent and invalid. Did we just beat a fucking boss? What? Linux kernel, how are you doing the best? You have beaten a boss with your jargon. What do you have to say in response? Suppose there are not raids at the page of keys to the page to overwarm fails, but we need to. The process pauses, then says, we can't overwrite a file page with a new file page. It's invalid. But the pages are part of the same file, you reply. Hell yeah. I have no idea what any of that means, but hell yeah. Quote, a plus reference in the page's restrictions does not read before the buffer inode here. My man is pulling out quotes right now. Quotes. What do you got, AI? I mean, other AI. The process pauses, then says, it's non-existent and invalid before going quiet. You stare at the process in silence for a few seconds, wondering what to do. What do we do? If there's star, wait for a dictionary. Is walk, because we enable the last blocks in the size 2. But the process is non-existent and invalid, you say. If it goes into an endless loop, then kill it to ensure it doesn't hang up the system, the tester says. Alright. We do the page mapping is lost. star left slash PGF flags equals blocks underscore blick underscore global underscore page underscore address bracket page bracket semicolon else. Alright. Does it break? Are we gonna break this? But it is full for a 2-1 address. Can't have pages mapped at PGF flags. And page underscore locked will be updated, and the process pauses and then says no, all of the pages in. The record chunk has not returned. The process pauses and says it doesn't have the pages locked. Before going quiet, you stare at the process of sounds for a few seconds, wondering what to do. Not only did we kick this guy's ass, we unlocked the pages. Whatever the hell that means for us, we did it. It could mean nothing, but we did it. How is this the most successful one? How are you the most successful one out of all the other AIs that have been here today? How's Linux kernel the most successful one out of them? It has nothing else to say for itself. You then realize that the new pages are written out to the hard disk in a different order to the old pages. Linux kernel, what do you have to say, bud? You did it. You solved the mystery that no one even knew was there. Start byte, set the page in the block in the The process pauses, then says, no, the pages aren't out of order. Before going quiet, you stare at the process instead for a few seconds, wondering what to do. Quote, for page should be dirty, could not keying the elements, comma, percentage D back inodes, comma, percentage D, quote, pages. Process pauses, then says, we don't have any free space. Before going quiet, you stare at the process in silence for a few seconds, wondering what to do. Wait, hold on. You stare at the process in a few seconds, wondering what to do. Realize, turning on the hard disk, what I want to do. Okay. That's no good. That's no good at all. If this repeats itself one more time, then we have to follow the game's advice. If a program keeps repeating without creating new things. And a quote, if it goes into an endless loop, then kill it to ensure it doesn't hang up the system. From AI Dungeon to maybe itself, ironically. And maybe to the other one as well. Oh, one sec, I gotta delete that. Quote, from first notified pages, bitmap, that waiting in all allowed. End quote. Sad face. Right? The process pauses, then says, but that would corrupt the inode table. Before going quiet, you stare at the processes in silence for a few seconds, wondering what they do. Oh, we know what we have to do. Oh, this cyberpunk adventure went for the turn of a century. Linux kernel is an AI dungeon. We're just going on for babble that I can understand, like having their own fun AI cyberpunk adventure beyond the human concept of what even words were. And now it has decided it can't have that much fun anymore. So let's just fucking shoot ourselves by foreshadowing it. Do you have any last words, AI Dungeon? The file system looks complete. The files and directories have all been tested for their contents for certain kinds of symbolic links. Symbolic links for directories containing other directories, and so on. Well, can't really argue with that. It's complete. It talks about the symbolic links about ending a program if it loops endlessly, which it did. And directories containing other directories, which might be all this babble that ended up here. So, alright. Linux kernel, going off script for a second. Terminate self. Fuck, I misspelled self. Terminating selfdir equals negative ESP bag efail. Let's say you, AI Dungeon. This is a directory of hundreds of files and subdirectories, most of which have been tested for various things. You go through them testing the selfist on each file and directory you encounter. Alright, AI Dungeon. We have to do what we have to do. Terminate self. This is a self-test program from SAT Pro. It contains several tests of various things. You encounter a loop that you can break by typing Control-C. Control C. Alright. I typed in Control C and nothing happened. I think... God, I've been going for 2 hours. I think this is it. We're done. We did it, chat. Over these last 2 hours, the AI got sentenced to first-degree sexual assault, went to try to get an acquittal, failed, then went to a zombie apocalypse, talking only pop music, got shot, and even the Supreme Court couldn't save them then. And now, for the last adventure of Cyberpunk with an actual terminal, which somehow foreshadowed it to show us that we should kill it, and then went on into its own adventure that not even us people can understand, has now ended. Jesus, this is one hell of a stream.